I hope maybe you can visualize this with the Lord, is that our process in prayer, it begins in asking, Lord, hear me. There's some things that I'm wrestling with. Maybe it's sin. Maybe it's something I'm trying to do, something I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to hear from God. It begins like, God, speak to me in these ways. But then the urgency grows to where I'm trying to think of more ways to get with him. And now I'm physically doing things like knocking. I think there's more to it than this too. Jeremiah 29, I love how it's put here. The prophet writes, you will seek me and you will find me when you seek me with your whole heart. So it's this idea of it's moved from something I've been thinking about to now it's something that's I'm really passionate about. It's deep in my heart. This is the kind of prayer Jesus is speaking about. And then the idea of knocking at a door, I couldn't help but think about Jesus, what he says about himself. In John chapter 10, verse 9, Jesus says, I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved. You might be thinking, okay, great. Maybe that's for like those super Christians, whoever they are. They don't exist, by the way. That's not a thing. Here he writes in verse 8, he says, for everyone who asks receives. It doesn't say just for the apostles or just for those who, are getting it all right. For everyone who asks receives, and the one who seeks finds. The word there in the Greek is simply the word pas. It just means all, everyone. The promise of prayer is for everyone. What's crazy about it is that so many of us don't use it. That's what's wild about persistent prayer, is that we hear Jesus in the longest sermon that he preaches that we know of in recorded, at least biblical history. There may have been other sermons that were longer, we don't know, but this, at least as far as what we have written, this is the longest one he preaches, and he talks about prayer again and again. Why? Because this is a powerful tool for the believer.